Hello everyone, welcome back in to North 7 Cards. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, North 7 Cards, and on eBay, North-of-the number 7. Today we got for you the 24-25 Panini Prizm Basketball Mega. This is case of break number 1. You're on May 5th. Let us know in the chat, who are we looking for today? Oh, we got 20 boxes inside. I'll do an entry. Well, we got our 20 boxes. I'll put 5 at a time. Zealous and Reed Shepherd there. Good luck, everyone. As we simultaneously finished round 1 and started round 2. I don't quite know how I feel about that. Especially starting the round 2 game before the game 7 was just a little odd, but I guess they gotta keep the schedule moving and keep the players fresh. Did someone have to double check Taver, but I would imagine someone did pick that up. Got our first of 5 boxes. We are good luck, everyone. Green ice for silver prisms. Boiled down to our second round, outside of maybe the Clippers, probably the team that feels like they deserve to be in the second round the most out of the teams that didn't. But now we saw Game 7 harden again, and I mean, you have to give the city of Denver one Game 7 win. Couldn't have them lose 2 on the same night. The Denver OKC thing is going to be fascinating. I mean, it basically turns down to the Jokic SGA showdown, because both teams don't really have much that can slow SGA down. He's either faster or bigger than anyone you try to throw at him. And Jokic kind of the same way of like OKC got Hartenstein pretty much for a moment like this. Whenever they had to play an impact big. And can Chet and Hartenstein be enough to, again, you're not stopping Jokic. Best case scenario, you're slightly slowing him down. Go, Eric. Strother, Grand Theft Alvarado, and Shaq. That is a great combination, I do have to say. Grand Theft Alvarado is still one of the best nicknames out there. There we go, our first of 5 boxes. Good luck, everyone. J. Castle Silver, Shed Harden, Salon Global Reach, Thompson, Nurkic, Jaquez, Rose, Global Reach Porzingis, White, Obi Toppin, Dominance, Ja Morant, Powell, George, Carrington, Jeremy Grant, Dominance, Brunson, Strother in there, Kareem, Carrington, Jones Jr., Gasol, Emergent Jalen Tyson, Shepard, Filipowski, Middleton, and Antonio Reeves, Emergent Daddier, there you go. PC, there you go. Look for some PC chat. Connect, Robinson, Kareem, Gafford, Jacoby Walter, Doro, Shaq, Buffkin, Vucevic, Anthony Edwards, Deep Space Ant, and Green Ant, Ware Booker, Claxton, Filipowski, Merchant Ron Holland, SGA, Podziemski, Shepard, Instant Impact, Kashawn George, Penny Hardaway, Finney Smith, Keldon Johnson, Collier, Daddier, Scottie Pippen Jr., Jason Williams, Instant Impact, Tristan Da Silva, Wade, Buzelis, Booker, Rodman, Merchant, Stephon Castle, Brown, Pistol Pete, George, Tyson, Deep Space, Ricochet, Edie, Williams, Alon, Jared Allen, Dominance, Halliburton, Christie, got the Silver Wemby, Nash, Levine, Deep Space, Steph Curry, Barkley, Scoot Henderson, Red Wade Scoot, G.G. Jackson, Collins, Merchant Topic, Wells, Murray, Kuzma, Derek White, Instant Impact, Carrington, Barani, Spencer, OG, Anunoby. Also OG, Harnstein, KJ Simpson Jr., Merchant Sar, Zion Silver, Strother, Rasheed Wallace, Dominance Kawhi, Carmelo, Jokic, Man, Jones, Deron Holmes in the Emergent. Best basketball player right now or ever? Reeves, Jason Williams, Furphy, Dillingham, Dominance, Tatum, Karl Malone, Holland, Giddey, Dominance, James Harden, Vucevic, Hart, Eason, Dominance, Wemby, Grady, Austin Reeves, Collins, Zubats, Ricochet, Instant Impact, Jalen Tyson, Alvarado, Grady Dick, Global Reach, Jokic, Rodman, Williams, Iverson, Ingram, Emergent, Dalton, Connect, Dillingham, Markkanen, Dunn, Bane. I would vote, if we had to vote, I would go Nikola Jokic. I think he's the best player in the world right now. Dominance, Ant, Jaylen Brown, Beal, Instant Impact, Edie. Got a Chet in there. Tyson, Simpson Jr., Maxey, T-Mac, Merchant Misi. Next 5 boxes. Oh! I would say right now, SGA probably second. I think you still have to include Giannis in that mix. As long as he's healthy, Luka will still be absolutely in that conversation. I just think the way he plays, the way he can control the game, I think it's just something we haven't seen in not in a very long time, because LeBron is right there, but it had been a couple years. Yeah, so far those first 5, there were quite a few in there. Our next 5 boxes, bringing us to our halfway mark. No, that is fair. I think he could have been used in one of 2 ways. Could either have him, on the team getting some minutes, or they could have completed that trade with Charlotte for Mark Williams. Because I think if Mark Williams is playing, the Lakers got a better shot of making round 2. I'm not saying they would for sure do it. I probably still would pick Minnesota, but they need some size, and Minnesota is probably the worst matchup when it comes to size. I think they would give OKC the biggest run for their money, even, I don't want to say more than Denver, but if it happens to be that conference final. In my mind, if it's OKC Golden State, they both like to play the same way. Denver, Minnesota, that's a good, division rivalry, very good matchup. But only time will tell. I mean, the Lakers, they have so much, what do you want, guard, wing, like those 3 guys. Are probably should be enough to win a round. Luka, LeBron, and Reeves. But yeah, they get some size in the off season. I think they'll have a full season together. I think that could look pretty scary, and I'm sure a lot of guys would want to go play. They probably want to go play for the Lakers anyways. And I don't think they'd be too upset about getting to play with Luka and LeBron, despite how probably not so easy it is. I'm sure those two are very demanding, not only of teammates but of themselves. Maybe not a la Michael Jordan, but this will bring us to our halfway mark. Sharman, Murray, Carter, Wagner, Deep Space, Wemby, Wilkins, Klinsman, Murphy, LaMelo, Dominance, SGA, Mobo, Smith, AJ Johnson, Powell, Emergent, AJ Johnson, Silva, KG, LeBron, George, Ryan Dunn, Roy, Hartenstein, Simons, Ingram, Instant Impact, AJ Johnson, Messi, Holmes, Matherin, Durant, Carrington, Instant Impact, Carter, Tyus Edney. Let's hear the lore on that. Shed, Brooks, Suggs, Dillingham, Instant Impact, Cody Williams, Bull, Draymond, Micic, Emergent Salon, Powell, George, Trace Jackson Davis. Let's connect on the green. Dominance, Curry, Dr. J, Pritchard, KJ Simpson Jr., Deron Holmes. Green there on the Instant Impact. Costa kills buzzer beater in the tourney. Filipowski, Kareem, Siakam, Daddier, Global Reach, SGA, Daddier, Connect, Tyson, Robinson, Emergent McCain, Rodman, Duncan, Shannon Jr., McDaniels, Instant Impact, Holland, and not ringing a bell in my head. Klingon, Williams, Lonzo, Lowry, Emergent Holland, Beal, Hendricks, Kamara, Zion Williamson on the Dominance. Man, Detroit was in so many of those games. Dillingham, T-Mac, Malone, Men Thompson, Emergent, Cody Williams, and I mean Brunson, 91-94. Brunson took over that series, took over that game 6. Arenas, Horford, Jalen Wells, Dominance, Zion, Tyson, Simpson Jr., Luka, Black, Da Silva, Instant Impact. I surprisingly don't remember a buzzer beater from like 5 years before I was born, or 5 or more. Jace Williams, Caruso, Gordon, Barani, Chris Paul, Dominance, Giannis, acceptable dominance, Maxey, Kawhi, Ayton, Ja, Spencer, Ingram, Sar Thompson, KCP, Merchant, Daddier, Hunter, Barkley, Global Reach, Porzingis, Bronny, Whitmore, Sasser, Carmelo, Merchant Holmes, Mello, Reeves, Spencer, Malachi Branham, Deep Space, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, I saw the video you posted. That was, yeah, that did not look like it was comfortable to walk through. Castle, which is a good thing. Just Jaden McDaniels, Neesmith, Christie, Merchant, AJ Johnson, McCain, and it is Jabari Walker on the penmanship. Jabari Walker. Wow. Still, that's a very good turnout. Triple J, Duncan Robinson, Nemhard, Dominance Harden, Terrence Mann, Mobley, Ja, Cody Williams, Green Emergent, Dursich, Hardaway, Stewart, Edie, Halliburton, Allen, Wells, Buzelis, Deep Space, Wemby, silver, Mitchell, Brunson on the silver, again, took over that series, Carter Jr., Wade, Instant Impact, AJ Johnson, Luka, and DeAndre Hunter. Packed until 2. That's awesome. Exactly what you want to see. Second half of our case. I do appreciate that offer, Dave. I gotta figure out what's going on here around that time. I don't think I would need that. I don't think I'd want you walking around filming me. Be like making deals. I don't think I qualify for that. They could, but yeah, it's not. I'm definitely not saying no, just to plan it out a little more, but we got a couple months. Look at that content machine over there hitting the jackpot. Is the jackpot just like a Michael Penix space card? I think I like the first one. But you know, gotta keep the options open. Like corporate. Ron. And watch second to last 5. Golak, Reeves, Miller, Vassell, Instant Impact, Shepard, Renus, Klingon, Simmons, Şengün, Merchant, Klingon, Duncan, David, Duke Jr. on the penmanship. Penmanship for Duke Jr. Oubre, Arenas, Merchant, Jacoby Walter, Johnson, Sharp, Sexton, Caleb Martin, Instant Impact, Nikola Topic, Ingram, Rodman, Bona, Nurkic, Dominance, Maxey, Peyton, Carter, Vince Carter on the Legends, Beasley, Deep Space Sar, Mitchell, Caruso, DiVincenzo, Larry Bird, Instant Impact, Bronny, Yao, Redwood Christie, Sar, Van Vliet, Instant Impact, McCain, Allen, Klinsman, Kolek, Deep Space, Tatum, Jinsa, Tyson, Mitchell, Kobe White, Dominance, Jalen Brunson, no, he did not. Thursich, Hardaway, SGA, Klingon, Merchant, Jalen Tyson, Castle, Green, Struce, Shireman, Merchant, Ricochet. I believe he's had a couple streams so far over on Whatnot. Mobo, Williams, Instant Impact, Dillingham, KG Newton, Adebayo, Carter, Merchant, Collier, Williams, Simpson, Tyler Smith, Paolo, Rob Dillingham, the green emergent. Dirk Topich, Red Wave Horford, Barnes, Gary Payton, instant impact, Jacoby Walter. Kane, McCollum, Dominique, Triple J, Dominance, Anthony Davis, Matherin, Collins, Avdia, Global Reach Salon, Magic, Adebayo, Matherin, De Silva, Instant Impact, Carrington, Nisi, Dillingham, Whitmore, Reeves, Dominance, Paolo, Holmes, Roy, Kyle Anderson, the Red Wave Magic. There's Ingram, Deep Space, Risache, Hakeem, Poole, Alex Crusoe, Jones, Merchant, Stephon Castle. Walter, Gordon, AJ Johnson, Emergent, Terrence Shannon Jr., Silva, Mobo, Barrett, Patrick Williams, Global Reach Şengün. Yeah, pretty much. He's making too much. Carter, Şengün, Bridges, Holmes, Emergent, Dylan Jones. Like, he could probably be an effective bench guy on a good team someday. Wilkins, Shireman, Zion, Duncan, Khalil Ware. Kind of reminds me of could be like a Dion Waiters type, late career renaissance. Sar, Bona, Hardy, Casey Wallace, Emergent, Dalton Connect, Tyler Smith, Harrison Barnes, Brooks, Wagner, Dominance, Kawhi. And unfortunately, I always think of that shot against Houston. Klinsman, Towns, De Silva, Smith Jr., Dominance, Tatum, Bird, McGrady, Jonathan Murray, Roy, Stephon Castle. Green there on the instant impact Castle. A couple of Grizz. Go the final 5 boxes of our break. Yeah, Rookie of the Year. I mean, in a class that was, we're going to go with underwhelming. Maybe it's also some effect of the year after Wemby and the year before Cooper Flag. So I'm sure there's some bias for that mixed in there, but it was not the strongest superstar. There's no superstar, I don't think, that came out of this class. Some very good players. Like Puzelis is going to be really good. Edie is going to be effective. Reed Shepherd's got to get minutes before I can really give an opinion. Is it this week? I know the NHL is this week. It might be because I know Flag had... he had the option if he wanted to go back to college. It was a couple weeks after the lottery. So it very well could be this week. I know most people wouldn't want to see this, but I would be pretty happy with him. Oh yes, I do remember the Reed Shepherd opinion. Yes, but that's not basketball related. That's just looks and home life. Yeah, we have a personal opinion on him, not a professional. And our final 5 boxes of our break. Yeah, there is a opinion about him. I don't know. I would be, but Flag and Charlotte. I think it would at least be fun, him and LaMelo together. Because otherwise, like if it's Washington, I don't know how I feel about that. At least put him somewhere that's going to make a bad team more watchable. Like I'll take that. Like I almost forgot that Philly is in this. Yeah, I'm not even. I can't remember if they changed it or not, if it was like the top 3 are all the same. I can remember the bad teams, but I can't remember in what order they're going to be bad. Because the East was really rough. No, I don't think so. Like we were talking about them. I don't think we did. Oh, Utah. I like Utah too. Like I know it would be good. They would have a marketable star. Out of those 3, I would want them to go to Charlotte the most. And New Orleans, Philly, and the Nets. Oh man, that's... I forgot New Orleans was that bad. Because there's just no scenario where they should be with the talent that they have. And I guess had before they traded Ingram. I don't want to think about that world. Yeah, Cooper, Flag, and Wembanyama together, and Castle. That would be ridiculous. That would be such a fun team to watch. Chris Paul would have to pull out his walker and run it back for another year. Not yet. I would imagine there's at least conversations about him getting traded. But not yet. I think if you're New Orleans, it's a tricky one. You think they should get something, but what value is he going to bring? But then also, is he just going to leave for nothing as soon as he can? The answer to that one is probably yes. There we are at last 5 boxes. Good luck, everyone. Salon, Nash, Levert, Collier, Deep Space Shepherd, Jones, Grady, Hakeem, Pirtle, Emergent, Bub Carrington, Risache, Paulson Robinson, Avdia, Drew, Giannis, Dominance, Anthony Edwards, Rashid, Holland, Mitchell Robinson, Yao, Instant Impact, Reed Shepard, Dunn, Iverson, Misi, Brunson, Instant Impact, Klingon, Furphy, Pirtle, Porzingis, Embiid, Global Reach, Nikola Jokic, I'm sure teams would line up to trade for Zion, give him a fresh start. Shed, Gasol, Hero, Dursic, Merchant, Risache, George, Strus, Brooks, Jalen Green, Dominance, Embiid. All right. Carrington, Beasley on the silver, Magic, McCollum, Global Reach, Luka Doncic on the green. Global Reach, green Luka. Shepard, Filipowski, Walter, Mitchell, Dominance, Trey. Kareem, Jalen Walls, Robinson, Poole, Mark Williams, Instant Impact, Bronny. Kobe White, Towns, Hachimura, Merchant Walter. Shaq, Klingon, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Global Reach Sar. Igadoro, Ware, Torian Prince, Reddish, Garnett, Instant Impact, Dillingham. Connect, Robinson, Markkinen, Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year on the green. Dominance, Damian Lillard. Thaddeus, Arenas, Trey, Newton. Dominance, Anthony Davis. Dr. J, Sharp, Penny Hardaway, Merchant Bronny. Silver Porzingis, Cade, Tyus Jones, Deep Space Tatum. Carter, McConnell, Tatum, Yao, Wagner, Dominance, Lillard. Bronny, Kolek, Peyton, Anthony Simons, Cody Williams, Dominance, SGA. Durasic, Topic, Dominance, Embiid. J. Johnson, Malone. Keontae George, Brunson, Global Reach, Wemby. Klingon, Hero on the Silver, Mitchell, Murphy, Merchant Bronny. Arenas, Nick Smith Jr., LeBron, Clarkson, Merchant Ryan Dunn. And the last box of our break. Castle, Jinsa, Kamara, Newton, Merchant Devin Carter. Penny Hardaway, Capella, Batum, Barnes, Merchant E. Yao, Buddy Hield, Zion Williamson. Instant Impact, Misi. Mitchell, Durasic, Cole Anthony, Duncan, Steph Curry, green on the Dominance. Glitter for Zion. Mark Williams, LaMelo, Wallace, Instant Impact, Buzelis, Ingram, Duncan, Julian Champagny, Garnett, Global Reach, Alex Sarr, Beal, and finish it off with Tari Eason. Everyone, got a short recap here for you. The Glitter Zion Williamson. We got a pair of autos, the penmanship David Duke Jr. and the penmanship Jabari Walker. Go pair of autos and the glitter from this mega case. All right, everyone, that will wrap us up here for the 24-25 Panini Prizm Basketball Mega case break number 1 here on May the 5th. Thank you, everyone who joined in on this one. If you are going to join our next break in here, it's going down at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Eastern Time, about 15 minutes from now, 2025 Topps Chrome Black Baseball. That is case break number 5. All right, everyone, if you are going to join those later breaks, we will see you then. If not, take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Monday.